This term locality, which is used so much, and we have already discussed a lot about it, that is the quality that renders a product of architecture part of its surroundings, both natural and cultural. I would like to discuss a little more about this, if we are willing, because this quality makes a structure recognizable part of a certain place, and the social relations that are created in this place, and determines the unique character of a place, and is directly connected with time. So this quality in architecture, when one has to build something in a place with a strong
I think the locality, locus, is again very much related to the way you build. For instance, when you are in a remote place, you can use the same traditions in construction, because this is what the workers know, and then it's very easy to make something that is in continuity. But today this is a problem, because there are foreign ways to build, and then to be local is again, one should be abstract. For instance, one should say, well, let's make a house, a courthouse. This kind of abstract decisions, but the way you build is perhaps modern. I mean, like with concrete, with big spans in the beams, which are not local at all. These kind of considerations should be discussed in terms of construction, the way we build. It's very important.
Yes, and also one has to take into account the strong lines of a place, or some values which are ever there and very important. For example, how to treat the light or the wind. And then this.
That's right. Yeah, this is why that's right. This is why I'm talking about, for instance, in the courthouse, because you create a patio, because it's windy, the space, and it still is windy. I mean, nevertheless. So there are many considerations, or even if the landscape is perhaps aggressive somehow, then you need a more domestic environment for yourself, and this is in favor of a court. There are many considerations that perhaps still remains in a place, in a local
principles. One has to take into account the main characteristics of the area, which are the systems and the technologies being used, and also that these countries have limited high-tech industrial production.
That's right.
And so if one imports things, gadgets or whatever, coming from highly developed industries from abroad, then it is the result will not be very sustainable, because of the high cost of production and buying these and transporting them, and also the need for repair and all the things, and the knowledge is so low. And one has to focus on these things more than in high tech.
Yeah, I agree. Really very much with what you are saying, and especially now. I think that today the economic crisis or economic difficulties we are having in Spain or in Greece, of course, and also this wakes up feeling that our mistakes back in our buildings too much in technology, they are a way to create I mean, there is a relationship, of course, between sustainability and economy. In the all architecture are sustainable by economical reasons. Or the passive way to control the climate, for instance, just with big walls. Or this is very economical. It doesn't depend on technology, and we, as architects, we play too much, from my point of view, with technology. Waiting, everything is solved by technology, which is very expensive at the end. So I think that architecture should redefine the goals, trying to solve problems with this, creating not new needs based in technology. I am very much, not because all of us make technological buildings, but I think this to be aware of sustainability, one should be economical. And you mentioned before the frugality word, which I think is a feel. I mean, it's a strong feeling for all the architects now. Frugality, because, for instance, in Spain, everybody was playing with devices, and we are now in a different, more conscious, a more deep way to solve problems with the in economical terms. Yes.
Yes, very much. I think we have come to very good conclusions, and I think it's very important and interesting that we agreed in most of the things we discussed. So I have to thank you very much for your presence and for the very good discussion.
It was a pleasure to me, Agnes, and also to talk with you, Tassos, that has this enormous experience. I think our profession must be very beautiful, because each day working in this with these great architects.
Yes, it is.
It's a great experience.
I mean, it's a great body we have to deal with. Yes, that's true. But you have always to deal with the same problems as you do when you have to install new material, and also to do it with new technology. We always try to use be as close as to the ancient technology, and we also always try to reproduce it. But since we are using titanium, let's say, and cement, because this is the material that we do, and we have to put together fragments of this wonderful body. So we do it as we can with our methods. So we always have little details and big problems to deal almost every day, similar to yours. So I think that in this frame, restoration of old buildings is very similar to modern architecture.
And also what to me is outstanding is when you look closely to one of the classic temples, for instance, there is a extremely refined geometry. For instance, to me it's like the greatest engineer doesn't reach this level. Yeah, it's outstanding.